Welcome back, group. Mercer's House of Meats, live action. So I'm just sitting here minding my own dang business, and I heard something that it thought it was starting to rain or something, sleet. And I looked up, and a swarm of blackbirds, like hundreds of them. There's still a couple stragglers that are sitting up on the wire over there, but just come flying over. I said, good Lord, look at that. I took cover because they flew right over top of me, and I was just waiting for one of them to drop something. So I head for cover. Anyhow, Big Black been just sitting here looking at it. Been going for about 45 minutes or so now. Temperature's been slowly dropping. It's at 255. That's 73 is the temperature of the meat. 255 is the temperature of the fire. So she's been starting to drop a little bit. So I think I'm going to throw a chunk of wood in there just to keep things real. Get in there, Dad. There you go. Kind of start that up a little bit. Try to, I'm at my 250. I like to try to stay there. I could use another piece of wood up in that mug. All right. A little oxygen get to it, get it started. Close the lid, son. Big Black got a couple pieces of, and I just use, you guys, people talk about using mesquite and stuff like that. I'm not a big mesquite guy. That flavor a little bit goes a long way. You can ruin an expensive piece of meat real quick. So you know what? I don't even mess with it. I don't care for the flavor all that much anyway. I think if you doctor up the meat with seasonings and, injections, things like that, man, you're going to make it taste the way you want to. So I steer away from that mesquite. I like my fruit wood, apple, cherry, pear. I'm using pear right now. The old pear tree I had. So, and it goes good with everything. You know what I mean? If you're doing chicken, pork, you're going to use it on pork. Good on chicken, good on beef. You ain't going to overpower the meat and ruin it. I'll use some hickory, though, when I'm doing beef, though. I will throw a couple chunks of hickory. But 95%, I'm using fruit wood, son. Ever show you my homemade damper for my new modified Big Black stack? Pretty fancy, ain't it? That's high technology right there, sonny. Little piece of wood. If she starts to get a little too hot, just put that piece of wood up on there. Perfect. Afro ingenuity at its best, son, but I'm going to tell you something, it works. If I want to kill that heat, the Big Black gets hot nowadays. When I kill that heat, close the side dampers down here. I haven't even opened them up yet this morning. Them side dampers starts to get a little too hot. My modern technology, chunk of wood. Didn't cost me nothing, and then about as fast of a rig setup that you could possibly get. I didn't sit here with those crews and drivers and whatnot. All right. Well, I'm going to keep going here. Get that temperature to come back up a little bit. I'm at 244 right now. So I'm just going to back this off a little bit. Little adjustment on this goes a long ways too. I've found that out. You can move an 1/8 of an inch and it's going to make a difference. So we'll see what that does. I like to get it back up 260. Let it hang there for a little bit. 244 right now. Meat 77. So we got a ways to go. We want that meat about 200, 205 or something like that. So we got a little ways to go. All right, stay tuned, you guys. Mercer's House of Meats, live action. Stay tuned.